Hello, hello. Good evening. Welcome to your Wellness Wednesday check-in with me, your host, Fallon Lopez, registered nurse, certified health and wellness coach, and creator of the Nurse Wellness Community. I help empower nurses to take back their own health and healing, take their voice back again, and prevent burnout. And I do that with my holistic whole body strategies. I target nutrition, fitness, and mental wellness. Holistic strategies, y'all. So I'm super excited that you're all joining me tonight. The times were a little off on the event page, but I'm so glad that you're here, that you're tuned in, and that you're ready to show up as a meal prepping master. So I'm so glad you're here for Wellness Wednesday. This is our time and our space to build support and community and to talk about the things that really matter to our overall health and well-being and that help us show up as better nurses, better healers, and better women overall. Oh yeah, y'all, it's Women's History Month. Hey! Definitely a time to celebrate and to remember the wonderful women that have come in our past and the wonderful women that are in our lives currently. So make sure you're celebrating and appreciating the women around you and appreciating yourself, sis. I see you out here doing your thing, showing up as a powerful nurse wellness leader. So let's get into it. Today, I'm sharing more about something that I'm so passionate about, y'all. Guess what? Food. Food is a whole mood. Literally, the food we eat affects our mental health, our energy, and who would have guessed it, our waistline. Yes, your waistline, sis. Because of this, maybe not so well-known facts, maybe not, I look forward to fueling up my body the right way, the best way, especially if I know I'm going to be out and about, if I know my day is going to be packed and I have multiple things to do, multiple presentations, maybe things that I have to do for work. If I know I'm going to be having a long, stressful shift, I want to make sure I'm fueled up. I want to make sure I have the right fuel in my system. I'm not going to put the cheap gas in my BMW Benz, honey, because this is Benz over here. So I invest in me and have become what I say, a meal prepping master. But it has not always been this way. Through my extensive research and becoming a certified nutrition fitness specialist, I went the extra mile, y'all, because the nursing nutrition, it just didn't cut it. It wasn't enough. So I went the extra mile, invested in me, and I now dub myself a meal prepping master due to my certifications and investment and real life practices, y'all. I've been in the kitchen. I've been cooking. But before we get into some of those tips, if you haven't already, make sure you go sign up for the meal prepping freebie. It is the link in the show description. Make sure you go sign up and get that freebie. I go more into detail into the freebie. So you want to make sure you're signed up for my email account, my email campaign, and you'll get notified of all of the wonderful things that I have going on in the community, all of the events. You'll be the first to know because I nurture and I love my email folks. Gotta take care of my folks. So before we get into the top tips that I have to help you become a meal prepping master, let me tell you a little bit about my kitchen, my past kitchen, so that you know why this transformation has been so huge for me. So growing up, I stayed out of the kitchen. No way, Jose. That was my mom's domain. She was the lady of the kitchen. She ran it. She, kept it in tip-top shape, and there was no shame in her game. She would cook and bake up a storm on Sundays and on holidays, and I remember how much pride she had after a meal well done. She took so much pride in putting everything together and having everyone's plate out and just knowing all of the ingredients and putting together the perfect palette for everyone. But growing up, I never understood what the big deal was. I didn't understand what the fuss was. The only thing I remember growing up was the mess afterwards, the cleanup that we were in charge of, me and my sister. We would argue about who would wash the dishes and who would sweep. we never wanted to wash dishes. The cleanup was, the worst too. But now, as an adult, living on my own with my research and investment into my health, I now realize the connection between the food I am eating, the things that I'm putting into my body, and the energy that I'm putting out into this world. There is a connection. And now it's a whole different change. I look forward to cooking up a meal in the kitchen. I look forward to taking care of my body and nourishing my body with foods that are going to fill me up and keep me going. Like I said, I'm not putting that cheap gas in my BMW. I'm not putting that cheap gas in the Benz, baby. No, I want to fuel my body up right for this journey, this wellness journey. So, and that starts with the things that we're putting in our mouth. And now I take so much more pride in the food I create, especially just for me and maybe even for my loved ones. I'm not a chef though. Don't get it twisted. I am not a chef at all. But I've learned some things, y'all. And I care about what's going in my body. I care about the things that I'm putting into my body. And I love food. I am a foodie. People ask me all the time, oh, you're so healthy. You don't eat. No, sis. I care about what's going in. And I do love food. I'm choosing better food for me in mind. Okay. One thing that has helped me stay on track with a healthy weight, because I love food so much, and to prevent endless snacking or those fast food visits, is being prepared. Literally, meal prepping. That's what it is. Being prepared with your meals. Thinking and planning ahead of time, making the extra effort, taking the extra care of what I'm going to eat, going that extra mile for me. My body and my mind and my overall well-being deserve the extra effort. You deserve the extra effort. And if you're watching this and you're listening to this, you feel the same way. Or maybe you're trying to get on the boat, but I got you, sis. Don't worry. But in order to get there, in order to really shift into this type of mentality of, caring about what I put into my body, honoring my body, choosing to fuel my body up the right way, I had to literally change the narrative I had around food. Food was not the enemy. Food is my fuel. The food that I'm putting into my body has a purpose. It's not just to calm me down when I'm anxious. It's not just to keep me busy because I'm bored. Food has a purpose, and it is my fuel to keep me going, to keep me going on long days, to keep my mind clear, to keep me active and ready to respond, especially as nurses. We can't be out here having the itis while our patient is going down. We need to be up in tip-top shape. We need to be at our prime, and having the right food and fuel to do that, to fuel us up the right way, is so fundamental. It's so key. But I had to create that healthy relationship with food. And now that I have created that healthy relationship with food, it has helped me to maintain my weight, a healthy weight. Because I was in nursing school, 50 pounds overweight. I was so busy with nursing life, I didn't have time to watch what I eat. So now, because I'm meal prepping and I'm being conscious and I'm being intentional about the foods that I'm putting into my body, I now can maintain a healthier weight. I don't have to count calories. I have an increase in my energy and in the mood and in my moods, not the moods. And meal prepping is a way to make that extra effort for yourself as well. Fuel your body up for those long shifts, those long demanding shifts where we need our time, our energy, our mental capacity. We need our physical health. We need all of those things to be in our prime. So making sure you're fueled up the right way is so important, so critical. And so that's why I wanted to talk about how to become a meal prepping master. Here is a few ways you can get started today, and in no time, you are prepping it up, sis. So first one, use what you have on hand. If you're thinking, oh, I have to be a super gourmet chef when I'm in the kitchen and I'm prepping, no, you don't. start with what you have already in the kitchen. You don't have to go buy up the whole store when deciding to meal prep, but you do want to have a list of the items that you do need. But before you go and buy, first go to your cupboards and your fridge and take inventory. What do you have on hand? What staple items do you have on hand? Like veggies, rice, beans, seasonings. What are the baking materials that you have on hand? Go look at your kitchen and see, like, do you have baking pans? Do you have those pans that you can saute in? What type of materials do you have? Do you have a blender? Do you have certain seasonings? Go take an inventory and then start making your list. But before you start making your list, you got to find your recipe, right? So you may be thinking, where do I get my recipes from? How do I know they're healthy? How do I know they're going to be budget friendly? How do I know they're going to be quick and easy? This is a great way to find a recipe that's healthy and could possibly be budget friendly. Google it. Research recipes by typing in whatever you have on hand. So we already did our research, or we already did our inventory of our fridge. We looked at the things that we do have. Maybe there's something that you can use there. Go ahead and Google what recipes. Like me, I'll type in like black beans, sweet potato, I have spinach. And I'll type in a few items and up pops a couple of recipes. Or I'll type in like chicken thighs and broccoli, and up will pop up like a few things, a few recipes that you can use. It's really easy to find simple recipes. I do have a list of some healthy online recipe guides that I'd love to share with you if you're interested in. And if you do want more recipes, make sure you invest and tap into my Whole Foods cookbook. I got you, sis. You don't have to be out here just Googling and trying things. If you don't want to, you can if you're short on time. But if you're ready to invest, go ahead, snag my Whole Foods recipe ebook, and I'll give you your jumpstart to plant-based living, because I'm all about the plant-based living. It's great for your gut. It's great for your mental health. It's great for your overall immune system to go more plant-based. So if you're ready to jumpstart that journey, you can try my Whole Foods ebook, and the link will be in the description. I have several recipes for breakfast, for meal prep, for sides that you can share, a few snacks that you can have, and they're simple, and I've done them. So I know it doesn't take much time with these recipes in my Whole Foods ebook. Now, if you're Googling, that might be a different story, but go ahead. This is an easy way to just use what you have on hand and then to find your recipes. So after you've Googled and you find your recipes, now it's time to go shopping. So now you can make your list and buy staples. When you're out here going grocery shopping and you're getting prepared to start meal prepping, like, hey, I am going to start meal prepping every week, start buying foods that are staples that are going to last a little bit longer. And these are things like rice, quinoa, beans, seasonings, making sure you have your little seasonings. I love cumin, paprika, chili powder. I got to have my onion powder. And then I keep things like garlic and onions on hand, lemon. Those are awesome ways to have seasoning without so much salt, and it's healthy for you too. Other staples can be like oatmeal, nut butters, nuts, and seeds. Keep these on hand, because a lot of these recipes that you may find or start finding will have these items already in it, and it's a quick way to just meal prep. Okay, I have my rice already. I got my beans. I have my seasonings. I don't have to, do a lot of shopping. Because you have staples on hand, making sure that you have these staple items on hand. And look, the last thing that I'm going to share with you, and like I said, if you want more of these tips on how to become a meal prepping master, go and join my email campaign. The link will be in the show notes in the description of the video below. And I go more into detail of how to be a meal prepping master. I'm just sharing a little tidbit here and there, a couple of them. And the last one that I'm going to share with you, it's okay to make it easy. Okay. You don't have to be a whole chef out here, especially if you're just starting out. You can make this easy. Okay. Buy meats that are pre-seasoned, that are pre-marinated already. Veggies that can be already pre-cut or pre-peeled. like your sweet potato, your carrots, buy them pre-cut, pre-peeled, whatever is easiest for you. Your broccoli, they may be a little bit expensive or cost you a little bit more, but you're going to save on time. So you have to kind of find what works for you. You can always buy yourself ready-made meal preps if you're not that big in the kitchen and you're still learning some things. It's okay to buy those pre-made ones from Freshly or HEB, those meal prepping services, but as long as you're taking time to fuel your body up the right way and you're taking time for you. So this is a great way to save on time by having things that are already done for you, that are already seasoned, that are already pre-cut, pre-peeled. And sometimes you can find those ready-made meals at HEB. I like them, especially on busy days. Like if I know I've had a busy weekend and I'm not really able to prep, I'll just go grab me a couple of them and then maybe prep something during the week. Another tip that I'll leave with you, if you're starting out and you're trying to get in a habit of meal prepping, commit to a certain amount of meals a week. Say, I'm going to do breakfast. I'm going to meal prep my breakfast twice a week, or I'm going to meal prep lunch twice a week this week, and then just break it down by weeks. Making that goal a SMART goal, making it small, attainable, and realistic. How realistic is it that you're going to meal prep for 5 days out of the week? I don't think so, especially if you have kids and you have responsibilities. You may not be able to realistically meal prep for 5 days in a row, but realistically, you can meal prep your lunch for maybe 2 days. Or maybe I can meal prep my breakfast for 3 days out of the week. I can have a smoothie on the other 2 days, or pick up something on the way. Like, let's be realistic. We're not aiming for perfection. We're looking for realistic, applicable tips to help us in our nurse wellness journey, because we want that. We want to make it a lifestyle. So if you're just tuning in, or maybe you missed a few of my tips, I'm just going to go over the few of them that we went over already. So if you're trying to become a meal prepping master, if you're ready to step into the meal prepping master mode, I got you. Number one, you want to use what you already have on hand. You don't have to go buy up the whole store. Like I said, go take an inventory of what you already have on hand and use that to Google and research other recipes. That's my second tip. If you're wondering what recipes you can start using, just go ahead, Google the things that you already have. Like I'll put in chicken thighs or chicken breasts and spaghetti or noodles, zucchini noodles, and it'll populate some recipes. And it's easy. You don't have to keep searching and looking all over. Just use what you have on hand. Type that into Google and type healthy recipes, and a few of them will pop up. And if you're looking for more recipes to get your plant-based journey started, and you're looking for more credible that aren't going to take you a long time, go ahead, grab my Whole Foods ebook, sis. I got you. The link is in the show notes, and we can get you started on your plant-based journey. It's amazing. I love it, and I'm learning so much, and I can't wait to share those recipes that I know for a fact don't take long, and they're delicious and easy, nutritious, and great for you. So yeah, like I said, use what you have on hand. Google the items that you already have on hand to find recipes that are going to be easy and healthy. And then when you go to the store and you've made your list of all the items that you need, make sure you're buying things that are staple items that are going to last a little bit longer, making sure that you have these items that probably more likely are popular in recipes that you use. Like for me, I always make sure I have rice and quinoa on board. I have my beans, my black beans. I love black beans. And seasonings, making sure you have your seasonings on hand. I have a few that I like. And then I make sure I have like onions and garlic and lemon, those things to make sure I'm spicing up my meals. Other things that can be staples in your recipes are going to be like nuts and seeds, and oatmeal is really great to have on hand. And then all you have to do is at the end of the week, go buy your fresh produce because you already have your staples on hand. And then, of course, make it easy. You don't have to go overboard and start cutting up and pre-season and seasoning everything if you're not ready to do all of that. Like I said, make things easy. Buy meats that are already pre-seasoned, pre-marinated, and all you have to do is throw it in the heat, throw it in the stove, saute it, whatever you need to. Buy veggies that are already pre-cut and pre-peeled. Um, and you can even invest into a meal prepping service if you need a little bit more help. It's okay to make things easy as long as you're not resorting to going to the fast food or just like buying whatever snacks are on hand or, that way. As long as you're finding a way to fuel yourself up right. I do like Freshly, and HEB definitely has a few items in their produce section with those ready-made meals, whatever works for you, because it's your journey. You want to make sure you're taking care of yourself and not being hard on yourself and looking towards perfection and trying to just be on this strict diet. Look, we're on a journey. We're making this healthy, wealthy nurse lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. We're on a journey together, and definitely it takes daily steps. It takes time to make this a lifestyle. I've been doing it for over 5 years. And there's days that are weeks that I won't meal prep and that I'll have to grab something. And it's okay. But I make better choices. I make better swaps. If I am going out to eat or if I do have to pick up something on the way, I'm making better swaps and I'm more conscious of what's going into my body. I'm taking time to research and look at other items and at least have snacks. That is another tip that I'll leave for you. If you're going to start meal prepping, start prepping your snacks so that you don't have those hangry moments. I like to stay stocked up with fruits and nuts and smoothies and things like that. So making sure that you have your meal preps ready, as well as your snacks. You want to definitely be prepared so that you're not going to the nearest vending machine or grabbing the nearest, cookies and candy. You're already prepared with your healthy snacks for sure. So these are some of the basics that I like to start off with. And like I said, we're not aiming for perfection. So start off slow and ask yourself realistically, how many days a week? Take it week by week. Can you actually cook? How many meals a day are you going to prep? Take it week by week or day by day. Like, I'm going to prep for the next 3 days, whatever works for you. That's what I help my clients with. I help them create realistic lifestyle solutions because we want to make this a lifestyle and not just some quick fix. Be honest, and starting off slow will help you stay on track with your goals. Instead of getting overwhelmed with the huge goals of like, oh my gosh, I have to lose 50 pounds. Start by, okay, I want to lose weight. What are the things that I have to start doing to get there? And one thing that you can do to maintain a healthy weight is to meal prep. So remember, meal prepping, break it down week by week. Take it small. You don't have to be a chef out here. Take your time with this, sis. So, ready for more? Joining my email community for more tips and to receive your meal prepping master freebie. I go more into detail. I just shared a few of my tips here, a few of my favorite tips tonight with us. But if you want more, I go more into detail with the freebie, and it's yours exclusively for those of you that are here with me tonight. So the link will be in the show notes, and you can snatch that up and be ready for your meal prepping mastery. And like I said, if you want more recipes, I do have a Whole Foods ebook available for those who want to jumpstart their plant-based lifestyle. Simple, easy, straight to the point for busy nurse life. So make sure you click the link in the show notes or the link in my bio for those of you on my social media, and share with me, what do you think about the meal prepping master? Do you think you're able? Are you ready to step into your mastery, sis? I got you. As always, I'm here to support you in your wellness journey, making sure that you're taking care of your body from the inside out so that we can glow and grow through our nurse wellness journey. Because if we put ourselves first, if we put our health and healing first, the way we do for our patients, so that we can show up as those powerful nurse wellness leaders. It's all about maintaining and helping you not just survive, but to thrive in this nurse wellness journey. And like I said, I'm here for you. I'm here to support you. If you have any questions, make sure you DM me, shoot me a question about any of the things that we talked about tonight, and I will see you next time. Bye.